Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Positivity. I am your host, Zykia McCoy. Here at Cooking with Positivity, we like to focus on positivity leading to success, whether that be in your business, in your love life, or in your everyday decision making. I hope everybody's Monday is off to a great start. This is our time to reset, reflect, and realign for the week ahead. This month, we're focusing on growth, reset, and expansion. And today, we're grounding ourselves in truth, discipline, and purpose. Today's From Soil to Strength feature is Ida B. Wells. Now, Ida B. Wells was a journalist, activist, and truth teller who stood firm in her purpose even when it wasn't safe, even when it wasn't popular. She used her voice to expose injustice, to demand accountability, and to make sure that stories that were being ignored were heard. And that goes right into our focus: truth telling, leadership, being seen and heard, and standing firm in your purpose. Because growth isn't just about elevation, it's about honesty, courage, and consistency. The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them. This quote came from Ida B. Wells, and this will serve as our motivational quote for today. It reminds us that growth requires discipline even when motivation is low. Being seen starts with showing up for yourself first. You don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be consistent. And being that we're talking about growth in a real way, not the pretty version, but the honest version, there was a time where I was compelled to write my detox book because I was trying to figure out what healing looked like, trying to find a way that worked for me to lose weight, for me to be healthier. And I lost the weight. You guys who are core family, you've heard this story. So I won't go into the full-blown details, but I spent a few months in the hospital shortly after my detox. Now, although I lost over 100 pounds, which required great discipline, it required great tenacity and figuring out this new growth, right? Not the hair, but this new me in a sense. I was moving different, I was feeling different, things were going in a right direction. And then I got sick. And I could not pinpoint why I got sick. Everything started to become chaotic and started to change. I went from feeling amazing to in a ton of pain and confusion, not knowing if what I did was good for me and my body, not knowing if what I did caused more harm to my body, not knowing why did I lose all this weight just to end up in the hospital. And I lost something very important during that time, and that was my voice. I could not speak. I could not eat. I could not sleep. I could not swallow. Things were looking all bad. And during this season, it forced me to slow down. It forced me to reflect and really look at my life differently. And that wasn't easy because I had already made a huge change by committing to not only writing the detox, but living through the detox. And don't take my words as confusion. The detox definitely works. The detox definitely, again, helped me lose over 100 pounds. But there were also underlying issues that I was not aware of. And it taught me growth in a different way. It taught me growth doesn't always come with motivation. Sometimes it comes with responsibility. Sometimes it comes with knowledge. Sometimes it comes with choosing to keep going even when you don't feel like it. And I feel this way every day, guys. I feel this way every day. I am constantly in pain. I was just having this conversation with a friend yesterday. You know, melanated health is from lived through experience. The line where I say, you ask me my pain level from 1 to 10, and I tell you a 15, but you don't believe me. My constant level of pain is a 15. If I'm lucky, it goes down to 12. And I've learned that growth sometimes comes with, again, choosing to keep going. Growth is not just about starting something, dreaming something, or planning something. Growth is showing up. Growth is staying consistent. Growth is being honest with yourself about where you are. And when I had to forcefully sit down, I had to reevaluate some things. Look at what's important. Look at what real consistency looks like. I had to adjust. I had to cut some things out. And I'm not just talking food. I'm talking engagement. I'm talking the amount of time I was spending doing certain things on social media, doing certain things with certain people that wasn't serving me or feeding me in a positive way. And that's where the evolution of Cooking with Positivity came from real life, from real experiences, from learning how to turn struggle into structure. I started off on the Anchor app. And since then, we've pivoted so much. We've reset, reevaluated, and adjusted so much. We've grown so much. We have so many different lanes that you can find yourself in here at Cooking with Positivity. And I found with that structure and discipline, it helps not only us see a clear picture forward, but it helps our family find us. It helps our family build with us. It helps our family grow with us. And now, before we move into our affirmation, it's time to stretch not only your pockets, but your back and belly as well. This week, our stretch to pack, I started with 2 chicken breasts and 2 onions. And from that, I was able to create multiple meals across different days and different needs. I hosted my good friend and her daughter just for, a hang. I also attended my good friend's housewarming, and we also had to eat throughout the week. So, what I made was jerk chicken cups, jerk chicken pasta for my neighbor because I got a call, they were in need, and I made jerk chicken pasta for the housewarming along with curry chicken. For Taco Tuesday, I made taco filling. And for Wednesday, I made curry chicken with rice to host my friend and her daughter. And I want y'all to really hear that because that's what growth looks like in real life. It's not always about having more because I was trying to figure out how we were going to make it with April being packed as it is. And I have teenagers. They eat, okay? And sometimes it's about doing more with what you already have. It's about being intentional. It's about being creative. Because sometimes I go into the week and I'm like, okay, I have 1 chicken breast. I have 2 potatoes. I have a pack of green beans. How can I make this stretch? And it's about making sure that you take the same discipline we talked about earlier and bring it into the kitchen. Because when you can stretch your ingredients and you can stretch your time and your money and your energy, that's how you build stability. That's how you build consistency. And that's how we continue to grow. 1 meal, 1 decision, 1 day at a time. I tell you, I know it's not easy, but I'm going to challenge you. Look at what you already have and ask yourself, how can I stretch this? Because the goal isn't just to make a meal. The goal is to make it last. I'm not saying you have to stretch your pack like I do. But with the economy and the world going crazy like it is, it's time that we get creative, innovative, and build on what we have. And it's time for our weekly affirmation. I am growing with purpose. I honor my journey, even when it's uncomfortable. I show up for myself daily. I am disciplined. I am focused. And I am evolving. I'm going to say it again. I am growing with purpose. I honor my journey, even when it's uncomfortable. I show up for myself daily. I am disciplined. I am focused. And I am evolving. I want you to say that to yourself in the mirror. I want you to say that to yourself while you're brushing your teeth. I know it may be difficult, but you can do it. Okay? I want you to say it, know it, believe it, affirm it. And as we move through the week, ask yourself, am I standing in my truth? Am I showing up for myself? That's major. Okay? And am I growing intentionally, or am I just going through the motions? Because it's very easy to do that. I have to normally catch myself sometimes because I can go on autopilot and it just be me going through the motions, me recording, me cooking, me writing. Like, it's just autopilot. I'm not in the driver's seat. So it's very important that you're not just going through the motions, because growth isn't just about where you're going, it's about who you're becoming along the way. And if becoming a core 15 family member is who you would like to become along the way, make sure you tap the link in the description of this episode so you can become a part of the core 15. Now, it's $1.99 a month. And what you get for that $1.99 a month is outstanding quality, outstanding extras, from shopping discounts to exclusive merch to exclusive voting power to exclusive food demos and so much more. So if you want to be a part of that Core 15, which I know you do, make sure you hit that link in the description. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you stay locked in with us throughout the week. We've got more conversations, more growth, and more positivity coming your way. Tomorrow, we have our book invite and our book club pick of the month. So you want to make sure you tap in and stay tuned. And until then, I hope everybody has a great and positive rest of your day and a great and positive rest of your week.